Namaskar and welcome to BrightLife NC. Today we are in conversation with Mr. Sidharth Mishra, who is the founder of brand Joules Health. And if you're wondering that why are we talking about Joules Health? Because Joules Health is the brand जिन्होंने इंडिया का द वेरी फर्स्ट नो कार्ब्स एनर्जी ड्रिंक लॉन्च किया. एंड अगर आप सुन रहे हैं और सोच भी रहे हैं कि व्हाट इज दिस प्रोडक्ट कॉल्ड, वेल इट इज कॉल्ड नॉट. ओके, लेट मी रिफ्रेश योर मेमोरी एंड आपको एक क्लिप दिखाते हैं.
भाई हम इतनी एनर्जी ड्रिंक क्यों पीते हैं?
भाई 3 इडियट से क्या सीखा? जिंदगी एक रेस है, तेज भागो नहीं तो कोई और कुचल के निकल जाएगा. और हमारी आज की जनरेशन यही सोचती है और फॉलो करती है लिव द एक्सट्रीम का प्रिंसिपल.
And that's why we founded Knock
Knock
to kick the rubbish off.
Well done.
Whoa.
Good shot.
Knock, a healthier drink for healthier world.
Nice aim.
Knock में अमाइनो एसिड है, फॉलिक एसिड है, बायोटिन है, ग्रीन कॉफी बीन है, मल्टीविटामिन है.
बस भाई कुछ है इसमें जो बिल्कुल नहीं है.
नॉक में शुगर बिल्कुल भी नहीं है.
और पूरे कैन में है सिर्फ 5 कैलोरी.
Very good.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल. आपने नॉट का जो एक ट्रेलर है वो देखा था शार्क टैंक पे. सो लेट्स वेलकम द मैन बिहाइंड इट, मिस्टर सिद्धार्थ मिश्रा. हाय सिद्धार्थ, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Hi Sanghmitra, I'm doing fine and I hope everyone who's listening to this is doing great.
Well, I hope they're doing well too. So let's hear it out from you itself. Ki, how did this, the idea of launching India's very first no carbs energy drink strike you? And why did you think that India requires such a thing?
Well, when I started this, prior to this, I have been associated with all the health brands and what they have been doing. And one of the most prominent health brand that I have been associated for past 8-10 years was into supplementation. And in India, supplementation is equal to medicine. That's the thought process. So one thing that I wanted to do was I want to break that thought process and I wanted to add those supplementation into the regular food habits. So one of the most consumed product in India is beverages, aerated beverages. And in that, the fastest growing segment was the energy drink segment.
Okay.
And that is where I thought if at the most consumed, the consumer which consumes this product mostly is the teenagers and the youngsters who are our backbone of the country. So
And the future also.
yeah, backbone, future, whatever you want to call them. But the problem is, if you see the trend now versus trend 10 years back in the health side of a consumer, the obesity problem has increased. The major reason that WHO has seen in India obesity problem being increased is because of a couple of factors. The usage of the packaged food has increased. The usage of the aerated beverages has increased. And all the beverages which are available in the shelf currently adds on the 35 to 40 grams of sugar, which is too much. So that is where I thought that why can't I blend my learning from the industry of supplementation and put it in a packaged food and a packaged beverages to give that end user that benefit that can help them sustain a longer time in a healthier way. And I think that was the inspiration. And then we started this. And then suddenly, see, luck favors the brave, I will say. We started, first 2 months were excellent. We sold somewhere around 2 lakh cans and suddenly COVID hit. And you won't believe
That means in the first few months of your production.
Yeah.
So did you anticipate this kind of a success that we're going to roll out certain kind of an energy drink in the market and this is the response we are going to get from the audience?
No, honestly, we were not ready. We are a startup, so we were not ready for what and how the consumer is going to react. But we are glad that consumer loved it, and now we are making it better. So very soon you'll be seeing the upgraded version or upgraded version of this drink, which will be far more healthier and far more potent than the current one. But consumer loved it, and after that COVID hit. But the beauty of that COVID scene was that our drink sale increased; it didn't go down. So that is when you realize the awareness about the health and healthy fooding habits and healthy supplementation was at its prime. People were trying to find more and more, and that is where our drink fits in right there. And I think that helped us, and we were able to tap that very niche segment which is there, lying there, but no one is tapping it. So that gave us a lot of confidence, and that confidence gave us a heart to fill in the Shark Tank application, where like 75,000 application came, and then we fed the form, and then suddenly out of blues we got a call, and we were the first beverage company which got funding, and the Shark Tank season 1. So after that, the journey, rest is the history.
Rest is the history, as they say. So, how was the Shark Tank journey, and like, what happened after you cracked the deal? I mean, you cracked the deal. We saw it on the show, but what happened after that? How was life? How was Nog perceived by people after that?
See, okay. First of all, there were two things happening. A lot of people get to know about the product, so the sales were increasing. But then comes the trolls. Okay, so we were very badly trolled also. This is the shittiest product I have ever taken. These kind of things. And one thing with me is that if you're gonna yell at me and negative things, my ears shut down automatically. So my marketing was on fire. Oh, trolling is happening and this and that. I said, leave it then and there. Nothing is gonna happen. Let's focus on the consumer who wants it. So
Like as they say, irrespective what kind of publicity, whether it's negative or it's positive, at least there is certain kind of engagement with the people.
we are the talk of the town. So let's focus there. And then certainly there were users who were compelling us to start a subscription model because they want to consume it on daily basis. So I said, focus there. Let's not focus on anything that is negative. And from there, we started focusing on consumer, and we heard consumer. They were asking for a cheaper product in this segment. They wanted this NOCD to be cheaper. We said that's not possible, but then can we give something that they want? And that is when we launched Energy.
Okay.
And again, Energy is again a zero sugar product. It's one of its kind of an energy drink. It has a benefit of hydration as well as it has benefit of energy drink, and it is very affordable. 20 rupee for 300 ml.
20
So-
rupees for 300 ml.
Yeah, and
Now, especially when you said, I would like to interrupt you here in between a little bit, because when you said, the consumer that you're basically targeting, it starts from teenager to somebody who are in their 20s and 30s and that kind of an age bracket. So when we talk about teenagers, mostly parents are very wary about the fact that their kids are getting into energy drinks and all those things. So how do you tackle that issue? Has it ever happened with you?
see, a lot of people have that notion that energy drink is bad for health because of certain reasons that in past the companies, the giants, the companies which have built their product, they focus on the health aspect, but then they focused on what consumer wanted. Consumer wanted the kick, right? Consumer wanted that jolt of energy, and for that, consumer was ready to pay the premium. But certainly, in long term, when the effect comes in the long term, when you're using in constant basis, and that is when consumer also realize, oh, I'm getting fat, I'm getting it is impacting my bloodstream, it is impacting my heart's health, and all these things. And when these things start getting propagated, and WHO also said energy drinks bad effects is impacting the generation.
Oh,
Yeah, there are multiple reports around it. How the consumption of sugar is impacting this thing, and in that energy drink has been mentioned a couple of times. And along with that, then the new habit of mixing alcohol with the energy drink. Oh, that is like a cancer for your body, honestly. So both have very opposite functions. Alcohol suppresses your body function, and energy drink that elevates your body function. Now it's just simple as that. That when two opposite forces meet, there's a collision that happens. And is your body ready to take that collision is the question. And most of the time today, because of unhealthy fooding habit, the body is not ready to take that kind of impact. And that is when you see the crashes happening. That is when you see the heart attacks happening after the consumption of energy. So these all things actually come in place. So there is a bad notion about energy drink. But when we talk about our energy drink, there's nothing which is harmful.
Okay.
We have amino acid which gets absorbed in your body and makes your muscles stronger. Heart is also muscle, right? It gets stronger.
Yeah.
And we have folic acid. So you being a mother, you will know the first supplement I think that when you went to a doctor recommended
True.
was folic acid. Okay, so we added that. We have got biotin, which is very good for your skin and hair and nails. We have got other amino acid like L-carnitine. We have got green coffee bean, which actually helps you in fat loss. Okay, and then we have got absolutely no sugar. Instead of that, we have used stevia. Again, stevia, that too in a very minute quantity. It is much lower level compared to the RDA value, basically recommended dosage value. So
Okay.
there is nothing that is impacting your body here. Nothing. There's no sugar, there's no caffeine, there's not processed caffeine, and there's nothing which is going to impact. Everything that you're going to be getting from this drink gets absorbed by the body, and body utilizes it to function in a better way. And when we explain these to this audience, they really basically understand that, and then the notion, okay, energy drink versus NOCD comes into
Correct.
it. And that is where I have an edge over every product which is present in the market.
All right. So when we talk about, India as a country, we have tier one cities, we have tier two cities, and we have tier three cities, we have small pockets. So what do you think is the difference between the market out here? Like, is your product, it's like a volatile product, something very much in demand in tier one cities and not in tier two cities. So, when somebody does a business, so, and they want to go global or local, like in a very pan way. So, what is the status of energy drinks out here? Like, you वो tier one cities या tier two cities में business का difference होता है?
Yes, definitely. India is a very, very state. And what business you are doing in one set of cities, you will not be able to do the same set of business in other cities. Probably because the price point play, probably because of the consumer's psyche, a lot of reasons. But the major thing that plays in the market is the price point. Is consumer ready to buy? So yes, metros and tier one cities, they are ready to buy a product like which is priced at 100 rupees. But the moment you go to tier two, tier three town, it's not happening. Okay, that is where they want a cheaper product, and that is where local spurious brands comes in play, and they give them at a dirt cheap price, and they make money out of it. But then that impacts the health of the consumer very badly. That was the reason why energy was launched, which is price point at 20 rupees, so that we can cater to both the markets. So yes, the difference always stays, but you have to look at the consumer, and you have to look at the comfort of the consumer, especially their pocket.
All right, all right. And when we talk about Nog, so where all people can find this product? Like, is it available on websites, so maybe on e-com
Nog,
sites or in the supermarkets?
okay, honestly, son, the Nog is sold out. It's sold
So
out.
now it's sold out at present, but what about
Yeah.
the future? This thing,
No,
like,
no, this will come. This will come, but production takes time and things, because whatever we are producing, it gets sold out within the first 15, 20 days of the month.
so
So
is it like a symbol that in India is a very big market for energy drink, or is it like maybe it's like whatever the demand is, you're just able to fulfill that?
no, no. See, India is a huge market. Companies like us are small. We are right there where we know that we will not be able to meet the whole India's demand, because the product is the right fit for the consumer. But the consumer and the audience is so big that we will not be able. So whatever our best capabilities are. So currently we are self-funded. So whatever our best capabilities are, we are trying to meet that demand to best possible way. But yes, I hope someday we are in a state where we say, okay, we have the product and we can meet the entire demand which is there in the market.
Alright. So अगर इंडिया में ही इतना चल रहा है, so what about global scenario? Do you ever plan to take Knock at a global level?
Yeah, that's in the pipeline. We are working on it. But then, as you know, the foreign FDA measures are very stringent, and we are working to ensure that when we go in that market, we are ready for that market. Though the product is excellent, and but again, the documentation needs to be done. So we are working on the documentation, and it takes its own sweet time. So definitely, we are going global very soon.
Oh,
And
that's wonderful to know that. That's really
yeah.
an amazing thing. I mean, the Prime Minister is also promoting Made in India, and we as people are also promoting Made in India products.
Yeah. So yes, one of our Made in India brand will be going very soon global, and I hope we make a mark in global market also.
And as a company, Joules Health, is Knocked is the only product जिसका production हो रहा है and consumption हो रहा है, या you have other line also, like other products also?
Okay, so we have multiple products. The first product is not, which was the first product we launched, and now we have recently launched Energy. Energy is a mid-segment product which is priced at 20 rupees for 300 ml. Comes in 5 different flavors, and then we have got green tea. Again, they have functional benefit, but we don't push green tea because they sell on its own. It has some
Okay.
functional benefits, and then we are coming up with healthy snacks. Okay.
So it's going to be like food and beverage both.
Yes.
So Joules Health will not restrict itself to just being a beverage company, but it's like food and beverage.
No, we are a health food company. Whatever be the food, in whichever form the food comes in, we will be there.
You'll be there.
Yeah, we will be there for sure. So we are working on a lot of futuristic products. We are working on rice.
Oh,
So we want to develop a rice which has a zero glycemic index. So
amazing. That's
that's
something very interesting and a new take, I would say.
that's future. That's future what we are working on, and it's going to be all path-breaking products.
Oh,
We're not just coming into snacks and beverage segment with some product which are healthy, or we are completely taking out the bad things from those packaged food and beverages, and ensuring that whatever you consume adds value to your health. This is the prime motto for our company.
all right. Great to know that, Siddharth. In fact, Siddharth, I wanted to ask you, like, whenever we go on a website, at least what I have seen, I'm sure people will also see, must have seen that, कि जब आप वेबसाइट आपकी सर्व करते हैं जूल्स हेल्थ की, तो वहां पे एक चीज लिखी आती है, यू कुड बी आवर नेक्स्ट ब्रांड एम्बेसडर. Do you mind telling our audience ये है क्या, and if somebody wants to become, like, is it a campaign that your company is running, or it's a talent
No.
hunt kind of a thing?
See, what happens is a brand is promoted by brand ambassadors, right? We said that, okay, why did we want to hire brand ambassadors when everyone, see, today, everyone can be my brand ambassador who's using my product. If you have the zeal towards creativity and creation, you can do a lot of things with anything. Like, okay, you can pick up my product and do some cracking thing and which blows on the internet. Why not? So I said I will reward you for that. So simple. So if you are using my product and you are creating something exceptional, just tag it to us and we will come back to you with some offers, some offerings, some remunerations. You never know what's in the bag. But yes, we would love to reward our brand ambassadors who are talking about the health, who are talking about the product which are Indian. And we definitely want to promote our audience because see, most of the time companies focus on promoting the product, but no one is ready to push the consumer.
Absolutely. And in fact, when every company says that consumer is the king.
Yeah. Why can't consumer be the brand ambassador? Why can't consumer be the face of the company? And that is when we initiated this campaign wherein a consumer can take the product, push it on the social media, and generate some conversation around it or reaction around the post or the campaign. And for that, we remunerate consumer. And
Oh, that's a
once
good
he becomes
news.
the yeah,
That's a
and once
very
he
good news, right?
yeah. So once he becomes a part of the bandwagon, what happens is we allocate certain codes, discount codes, which he can pass it on to his circle, and whatever business is generated through that code, a certain percentage can go to the consumer. So it's something that we are trying to do in terms of affiliate marketing, but let's see, it needs to be more defined, and it's just started, so it needs a lot of refinement before we go to this thing.
All right, Siddharth. So this is your journey as an entrepreneur. But what about your growing up years? How were your growing up years? Like, tell us something about your childhood and your teenage, and then when you started working. Something little flashback about your life.
Uh, that's an interesting question. Okay, so there's nothing much. I had a very studious family. Okay, and I was not the one who studied. Yeah, and from there I joined uh, some health companies, and throughout my career I was into health domain. But I was working with some of the cutting edge technologies which was introduced by these companies. Then started my own. Uh, Taking you to the flashback, yes, that was the life. Far away from books, and I was very close to sports equipment.
All right. And is there any message that you would want to give to budding entrepreneurs? Because I'm sure a lot of people who've seen your journey, who've heard your journey, or maybe have seen you in Shark Tank. Because see, this is what youngsters at least want today. The Gen Z people, the kids, they're all about being entrepreneurs. मुझे कुछ अपना start करना है life में. That's their aim. They may start working, but the aim is to start on their own.
See, the only advice that I would like to present in front of these budding entrepreneurs or someone who's starting this is first take all the experience that you can get from the industry, because you don't know what's going to hit you back, and you don't know how to cope up with that. So at least those big companies have certain bandwidth wherein you can do the mistake, learn from it, and then correct it. But being an entrepreneur, what happens is if you make a mistake and you don't know how to correct it, you lose a lot of resources. See, there is a reason why 1% of the startups succeed, and only 3% of them are able to sustain in the first 5 years.
That's true.
Because most of these people are the ones who have just started without an experience, and they don't know how to cope up with the challenges that, because startup is all about everyday new challenge and how you tackle them. If you don't know how to tackle them, you will not be able to succeed building a startup.
That's very true. And when we talk about challenges, they cannot just be financial, they could be emotional, mental, maybe from the government side, a lot of things, there's a lot of scenarios.
Be ready for it. It could be a mental challenge. I'll tell you, I go through the agony of loneliness as an entrepreneur. I never imagined that I will go through this, but it's a challenge that comes, and I don't know how to deal with it. So I learned. One find is certainly there is some financial issue, and today I know the accounts now, though I hated accounts when I was studying. So these are the things you have to learn first and then implement it. Learning comes, it's better you learn it from the experienced giants and then come and start your own. So give time to yourself. Okay, are you ready to do it? See, startup is not about starting a new company. Startup is about being ready to face challenges every day and overcome it. What I feel, that's what a startup is.
Absolutely. And when you spoke about learning, they say learning never ends. Thankful to you for being there with us today. And thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience. And a lot of success to Knock in the near future. And we would love to see when, Joules Health as a brand comes on a global level. Thank you so much and all the best for that.
Thank you. Have a good day.